Ukraine's war-torn cities becoming tourist destinations. You have seen the images: apartment blocks torn open, burned vehicles on quiet streets, subway stations used as shelters. You have also seen travel videos asking a new question: would you visit Ukraine now? This story is not speculation, it is already happening. Small groups of foreign visitors are entering Ukrainian cities during an ongoing war. Some arrive for journalism, some for humanitarian work, some for business. A growing number arrive as tourists. Before 2022, Ukraine was a rising travel destination. According to the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine, more than 14 million foreign visitors entered the country in 2021. Kiev, Lviv, and Odessa were popular city break destinations. Budget airlines expanded routes. Hostels and boutique hotels multiplied. On February 24, 2022, Russia launched a full-scale invasion. Airspace closed. Tourism collapsed within days. The United Nations World Tourism Organization reported one of the sharpest tourism declines in Europe. Ukraine's GDP fell by about 29% in 2022, according to the World Bank. Millions fled the country. As of 2023, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees recorded more than 6 million Ukrainian refugees across Europe. You might assume tourism stopped completely. It did not. By mid-2023, international media began reporting foreign visitors in Kiev, Bucha, Irpin, and Kharkiv. These visits were small in number, but visible. Some travel vloggers posted guided tours through bombed suburbs. Some visitors took photos at destroyed bridges and shelled residential blocks. In 2023, Ukraine recorded about 12.6 million border crossings by foreign citizens, according to official data. This number includes truck drivers, aid workers, and transit travelers. It does not represent leisure tourism, yet it shows movement continues. The question you need to face is direct. Is this tourism, or is this disaster voyeurism? To answer it, you must look at three realities: safety, economics, ethics. Safety is the first barrier. Ukraine remains an active war zone. Missile strikes have hit Kiev, Lviv, Odessa, and other cities far from the front line. The United Nations Human Rights Monitoring Mission in Ukraine reported thousands of civilian deaths since 2022. Air raid sirens still sound daily in many regions. Foreign governments warn against travel. The United States Department of State maintains a Level 4 Do Not Travel advisory for Ukraine. The United Kingdom Foreign Office issues similar warnings. Insurance companies often refuse coverage, yet organized tours operate. Several Ukrainian companies advertise guided visits to Bucha and Irpin. Prices range from $150 to $250 per person for day tours from Kiev. Operators state that routes avoid active combat zones and follow curfews. Participants sign waivers. Some tours include meetings with local residents and visits to memorial sites. You should understand the difference between frontline tourism and post-conflict tourism. Frontline tourism involves visiting areas near active fighting. Post-conflict tourism occurs after hostilities end. Ukraine sits between these categories. In Western regions, daily life continues with interruptions from air alerts. In Eastern regions, combat continues. Now consider the economic dimension. Before the invasion, tourism contributed about 3 to 4% of Ukraine's GDP, according to pre-war government estimates. After 2022, this sector collapsed. Hotels in central Kiev reported occupancy rates below 20% during early months of the war. Many closed or housed displaced families. As fighting shifted eastward and Kiev stabilized, some hotels reopened. In 2023, several Kiev hotels reported occupancy rates between 40 and 50%, driven largely by journalists, diplomats, and aid workers. Restaurant and cafe activity resumed. Domestic travel increased in western cities, such as Lviv. Local officials and business owners argue that controlled tourism supports survival. A guide in Bucha earns income. A cafe owner in Irpin pays staff. Taxi drivers receive fares. Money circulates in an economy under strain. Ukraine's government faces reconstruction costs estimated by the World Bank at over $400 billion as of 2023. Tax revenue is insufficient. International aid covers large portions of the budget. Any legal economic activity carries weight. You need to ask another question. Does your visit help or does it burden? Tourists require security, transport, and medical backup. During air raids, they occupy shelter space. In a mass casualty event, resources focus on civilians. A traveler who ignores warnings adds risk to rescue teams. Ethics stands at the center of this debate. Bucha became a symbol of civilian killings after Russian forces withdrew in April 2022. Mass graves were documented. International investigators collected evidence. Memorial sites now stand in streets once filled with bodies. Some visitors walk these streets taking photos. Social media posts show people posing near destroyed armored vehicles. Critics call this war tourism. Survivors express mixed reactions. Some say the world must see what happened. Others feel their trauma is being consumed. You must decide your role. Are you a witness, a learner, or a spectator? History shows that dark tourism is not new. People visit Auschwitz in Poland. They visit Ground Zero in New York. They visit Hiroshima in Japan. According to the Auschwitz-Birkenau Memorial and Museum, more than 2 million people visited annually before the pandemic. After conflict ends, societies often institutionalize memory. Ukraine's situation differs because the conflict continues. Memorialization unfolds while fighting persists. Social media accelerates this trend. On platforms like YouTube and TikTok, some creators label videos with titles referencing danger. Thumbnails show ruins and soldiers. Views range from thousands to millions. Monetization occurs through ads and sponsorships. You should evaluate content sources. Some creators coordinate with local authorities. Others enter through informal networks. Verification varies. Safety briefings differ. There is also a geopolitical layer. Ukraine's government promotes resilience messaging. International visits by politicians and celebrities signal support. In 2022 and 2023, leaders from dozens of countries visited Kiev. These were political acts. Tourism intersects with this narrative. Each foreign visitor who shares images of open cafes and functioning metro lines projects endurance. At the same time, Russia targets infrastructure nationwide. Energy facilities were attacked during winter 2022 and 2023. Rolling blackouts affected major cities. The International Energy Agency reported severe damage to Ukraine's power grid. Visitors experienced curfews and limited electricity. If you travel, you live under wartime rules. Curfew hours often begin at midnight. Public transportation may stop. Sirens interrupt meals and museum visits. You move to shelters when alerts sound. Insurance is another issue. Many policies exclude war zones. Medical evacuation services may not operate normally. Border crossings can close with little notice. Some travelers argue their presence shows solidarity. Others donate to local charities during visits. In 2023, international humanitarian assistance to Ukraine exceeded tens of billions of dollars, according to the Kiev Institute for the World Economy. Individual spending from tourists is small compared to state aid. Symbolic value may outweigh financial value. You also need to consider Ukrainian voices. Surveys conducted by local media outlets show divided opinions. Some residents of Kiev say foreigners boost morale and business. Residents of heavily damaged suburbs often express discomfort with casual photography. Context matters. A guided educational visit differs from a selfie session. Long-term trends depend on the war's trajectory. If hostilities freeze along current lines and major cities remain under Ukrainian control, controlled tourism may expand. If escalation occurs and missile strikes intensify, foreign presence may shrink again. After the war, formal reconstruction tourism is likely. Bosnia and Herzegovina saw increased interest in Sarajevo following the 1990s war. Vietnam developed war-related historical tourism decades after conflict. These cases occurred after peace agreements. Ukraine has not reached that stage. As a viewer, you influence demand. Each click signals interest. Each share amplifies a narrative. Content creators respond to metrics. Ask yourself direct questions. Do you seek knowledge about civilian impact? Are you prepared to follow local laws and curfews? Will you contribute respectfully to local economies? Are you prepared for air raid sirens in the middle of the night? Are you ready to leave if authorities instruct you to evacuate? This is not standard city break travel. It involves moral weight and personal risk. Ukraine remains a sovereign state under attack. Its cities operate under strain. Schools reopen in some districts. Markets function. At the same time, families mourn losses. Tourism in such an environment is neither simple nor neutral. If you choose to visit, you enter a space of grief and resilience. Your behavior matters. Your spending patterns matter. Your online representation matters. The world watches Ukraine for military and political reasons. Tourism adds another layer. It tests how societies balance memory, economy, and safety during conflict. You should not approach this topic as entertainment. You should approach it as a decision with consequences. War turns cities into headlines. Time turns headlines into destinations. Ukraine stands in between those stages. The outcome depends on the course of the conflict and on choices made by governments, businesses, and individuals like you. Before booking any ticket, examine official travel advisories. Review insurance coverage. Research local tour operators. Read testimonies from residents. Weigh financial support against potential strain. This is not a story about thrill-seeking. It is about responsibility during war. Ukraine's cities are not empty ruins. They are living communities under pressure. If tourism grows during conflict, it will shape memory, recovery, and global perception for years to come. You are part of that equation whether you travel or whether you watch from home.